The unlucky stigma of Friday the 13th. Unravelling the origins and superstitions. Friday the 13th, a day cloaked in superstition and dread, has long been associated with bad luck and misfortune. This unique amalgamation of day and date has permeated cultures across the globe, instilling a sense of unease in those who view it as an ominous combination. So let's look into the origins and superstitions surrounding the purported unluckiness of Friday the 13th. Historical roots. The superstition surrounding Friday the 13th can be traced back to the confluence of cultural, historical, and religious factors. One prevailing theory suggests that the negative association with Friday comes from Christian traditions. Based on the story of the Last Supper of Jesus, 13 people were seated at the table, and it happened on a Thursday. He was arrested that evening and crucified the next day, on a Friday. Also, Judas, the apostle who betrayed Jesus, was the 13th guest at the Last Supper. The unlucky number 13. The fear of the number 13, known as triskaidekaphobia, has ancient roots. In Norse mythology, the god Loki is said to have been the 13th guest at a banquet, leading to chaos and calamity. In some cultures, 12 is considered a symbol of completeness and harmony, and the addition of one more disrupts this balance, rendering 13 an unlucky number. The Knights Templar connection. Another historical narrative ties the unluckiness of Friday the 13th to the arrest and execution of the Knights Templar on Friday, October the 13th, 1307. The sudden and simultaneous arrest of this powerful and wealthy order led to their downfall, apparently, and the date became etched in history as a symbol of ill fortune. Cultural impact. The superstition of Friday the 13th has been perpetuated and amplified through various cultural mediums, particularly in Western societies. Literature, cinema, and popular culture often depict this day as a harbinger of doom, further embedding the superstition of the collective psyche. Psychological impact. The fear associated with Friday the 13th has a psychological impact known as purplepeacockpublications.info. Some individuals alter their routines, avoid travel, or even skip work on this day due to an irrational fear of impending misfortune. The power of suggestion and cultural reinforcement contribute to the perpetuation of this fear. Global variations. Interestingly, not all cultures view Friday the 13th as unlucky. In Spanish-speaking countries, for instance, Tuesday the 13th is considered more ominous. The reasons behind these variations highlight the subjective nature of superstitions and their cultural specificity. And now from the perspective of the serpent bloodline. The Last Supper was indeed allegory for astrotheology. The 12 months of the year with Jesus as the sun, the 13th guest is unlucky because it represents the moon, and the feminine element. And as I have discussed before now, the eagles will do anything at all to demonize the feminine. The lunar cycle has 13 months, not 12 of the sun year, and Friday is the only day of the week created from a goddess rather than a god. Goddess Freya gave it its name, and hence Friday the 13th is especially feminine and especially wicked according to the eagles and the Roman Catholic Church they used to spread this superstitious nonsense. And about the Templars who were murdered because it was found that they had been worshipping Baphomet and a skull. Well, it is true they were not Catholic. They were hiding in plain sight, but were Gnostics. And no, we do not worship Baphomet. It is a symbol of illumination and completion, and has become a powerful thought form or egregore. And of course, the divine feminine is a big part of our ceremonies, which is probably why, when the eagles found out about us, they decided Friday the 13th would be an ironic way of remembering what they did to us. The skull that was also found and they were claimed to have worshipped was of John the Baptist. And as I have talked about in my Mary Magdalene Rite book, skulls are an important part of our ceremonies, for reasons I have explained in the book. So what do you think? Are you scared of Friday the 13th? Which day is your favourite? My favourite day is Thursday. I always feel it's like my lucky day. Maybe it's because I was born on a Thursday. What day were you born on? And do you think it's your lucky day? Let me know below. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.